Okay, so the first question is, what is your full name? Why did your parents select this name for you? And did you have a nickname?
My full name is huge. It's Aline Silva da Silveira de Farias. It's three last names because in Brazil it's common to have your mom's name, your dad's name, and when you get married, you have your husband's name. So you end up with a huge name. My parents select this name for me, Aline, because a French song that they like it. There's a French song with the name is Aline, and they loved it, and that's why it's a very common name in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I did have a nickname that it means nothing, but my dad calls me Jigo. That has no meaning. It's just a fun name he calls me.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's sweet.
I
Okay, so the second question is, when and where were you born?
was born March 8th, 1979, in Brazil.
Okay. Okay, so how did your family come to live there?
Um, we are originally from there. My grandparents probably were indigenous, and then Portugal came, colonized everybody. We start speaking Portuguese, and that's basically our heritage. We are uh, part Portuguese, part indigenous. That's most of the Brazilian people.
Okay. So what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh my gosh, tough question. Because as you can see, I'm old. Um, I don't know. The earliest, I don't know. I don't remember much. I remember I have two siblings, an older brother and a younger sister. And for me, we're always together. So I don't remember. Let me see. I think it was when we were little playing. I would say I would have 5 years, maybe. Probably. I don't know.
Okay. What kind of games did you play growing up?
Um, okay, growing up, we play a lot outdoors, a lot with friends. We play table tennis, Barbie dolls, volleyball a lot, checkers. It's always something outdoors with the whole kids from the community.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a lot. That sounds like a lot of fun.
it was a lot of fun. It were a lot of fun.
Okay. So what was your favorite thing to do for fun, like growing up and living in Brazil?
Um, I think was playing with my siblings and my friends. It doesn't. I think, yeah, going to the swimming pool. We didn't have swimming pool in our community, so it was something rare. When my uncle, they had a swimming pool, invited us to come over. So for us, it was an event, go to the pool. So I think probably was my favorite thing, and now I hate it.
Oh, okay. Um, so growing up, did you have family chores? If so, what were they, and which one was your least favorite?
We didn't have family chores because what happened was that we were a family of three kids, and my mom and my dad worked all the time, like all day. So we always have a maid. We had a maid, so we didn't much have a chores. But on the weekends, if my mom or my dad needed something, oh, help us wash the car. It was something like super fun for everybody. But it was not like you were out chores. So yeah, we didn't have a chore, but we help anytime they asked us.
Oh yeah, so it's just like if they needed help, you'd help them, but it
Yeah,
wasn't like every day or like every week. It was like
no, It was one day meeting when they were home, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Did you ever receive like an allowance growing up?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't receive allowance, especially because we didn't work. We didn't have any charge. We didn't deserve it.
Okay. So what was school like for you as a child? What were your best and worst subjects? Where did you attend grade school, high school, and college?
Ooh, all right. My first school was a Catholic school. They were very strict. But I was a very well behaved girl, so I didn't give them much trouble. I wouldn't say it was fun. It was not fun at all, but uh, but I liked it. I had my friends, and let me see my subjects. I loved all subjects. I loved all. I think at least in grade school, I liked everything. In high school, um, I hated biology and physics. Oh my God, that was my least favorite. The language and arts, I think I was very good at it.
Oh, that's good.
College, where did I go? I went to college in Brazil, of course. It was College of Amazon. Yeah, I graduated in marketing.
Oh,
Yeah,
smart.
not that much.
No, you're very smart.
Thank you, Kendall.
Oh, of course. Um, okay, so what world events had the most impact on you while you were growing up? Did any of them personally affect your family?
Um, yeah, I thought about that question. I would say when the one I remember my parents talking about all the time was when the Berlin Wall when it fell. So I remember my dad explaining to us what happened in Germany, that they built this wall to separate it. Could not see each other anymore. So I think I was 10 at the time. I think it was in 1989. And I think it didn't affect us at all. We were in Brazil. This happened in Germany, but this was an event that was in the news all the time, and my dad and my mom explained it to us. So I think I was a little impressed by how families got separated, because we were like so close. I couldn't imagine living without my siblings or my parents. So that was a little shocking for me at the time, but not impacted my family.
Oh, that's very interesting. So you remember hearing about it all the way in Brazil, and like it got you thinking like about, wow, like I can't imagine that happening to me and my family.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so were you ever mentioned in a newspaper?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so describe a typical family dinner. Did you all eat together as a family? Who did the cooking? Like, what were your favorite foods?
Our family, we were very close, very, very close. So every night, as my dad and my mom worked a lot, our dinner was something not secret, sacred. It was sacred. Like everybody has to be on the table. My brother could not be wearing a hat or a cap. It's like, put your shirts on. It was like, this is our time. We always pray before the meals. My mom did the cooking, or the maid let it ready for us. So, yeah. My favorite food, like in Brazil, we eat a lot of steaks and rice and beans.
Yum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think that was my favorite. My favorite food. So our family dinner was very special for us, because I feel like we were like missing our parents, and we wanted having this time with them.
Oh, so that was like your family quality time, basically, like
exactly.
at the end of each day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the weekends we had that during the lunchtime too. So we were all looking forward to it.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is the world today different from what it was like when you were a child?
I feel like the children today, they don't have as much freedom as we did. I don't know. I think the word is more dangerous now. Like, I don't know if it's because of social media. We have more access to things. We know more bad things happening, but I would never let my daughter play outside the whole day and not know what she is. That what happened to us. We were outside the whole day after school. Come back for dinner and like, oh, you're here. Come on, let's have dinner. And I'm like, no, I have to know what Julia is all the time, or I get crazy. So I feel like this world today is maybe more dangerous for kids than it was before. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's only my guess.
So like parents have to worry more about where their children are, what they're doing, and keep a closer eye on them because the world
it's a bad world, and that's kids trafficking, so bad things in the world right now that my parents didn't have to deal with this back then.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the world's a dangerous place and probably have to worry a little bit more about it now because we know more about it with the internet.
Exactly.
And everything.
Yeah, or it's just because we know more, or the world really got bad. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the next question is, how are holidays like birthdays, Christmas, other holidays celebrated in your family? Did your family have like any special traditions?
Yes. Birthdays in Brazil is a little different than in the US. Like, it's a big thing for us back there. It's like, even if you're not fortunate, even if you don't have a lot of money, you save money for your kid's birthday party. Because I feel like we really like to celebrate our kids' life, and we always like make a huge party, invite, like, it's a kids' party, but we don't invite just kids. We invite all the family, grandparents, friends from work. Like, it's a big event, birthdays in Brazil, which I love being here because I don't have to spend money in Julia's birthday. I love the US culture of making, it's a pizza, have fun, I'm not going to feed the adults. I love that. In Brazil, we have to hire a waiter. Sometimes we had a buffet to cook for everybody. It's like, we prepare a year ahead, okay? You have no idea. I love US. Christmas is very similar as we celebrate here. My family, we always get together, like the whole family, my grandma, all her kids, my aunts, uncles, my cousins. We all got together in someone's house. Everybody brought a dish or a dessert. And so before midnight, nobody could eat dinner. We have to wait, like on the 24th, we all get together on 24, exchange gifts and everything. But when it was midnight, like turn to the 25th, we made a pray, read the Bible, and then we were to have dinner.
Oh.
So I think this is a little different from here, but it was very special for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some different like cultural and traditional things that go on.
Okay.
But
the meaning is the same. We celebrated Jesus' birthday.
Oh yeah, that's interesting to hear like the different like things that you do on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there any special heirlooms, photos, or other memorabilia memorabilia that have been passed down in your family?
Not yet. Like, my grandma is still alive. She's 90. She turned 95 this year.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. And she's still healthy. So I think I'm not looking forward to have these things. But photos, yes. So many photos of my grandma, grandma. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. That's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your proudest moment as a parent?
My proudest moment as a mom. One day you'll know that we never think we are good enough for our kids. We always think, oh, I have to be better on this. I need to be better on that. But for me, I think when Julia was born, I quit my job and spent 2 years with her at home. And I think that's my proudest moment, because I was her mom 100% of the time, and I don't regret it. I taught her how to use sign language for babies. Oh, wow. And she could tell me when she was hungry. Even she was like month with, I think, 8, 9 months. I taught her that. And without speaking, she communicated if she want to take a shower, if she want to eat. I have some funny videos of her. So I think I was proud of the mom I was back then. I'm not so proud of the mom I am now.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I think that time I was a good parent.
You are still an amazing mom. You care for Julia so much, and it's like so obvious that you love her so much and you take care of her and you're always looking out for her.
Thank you, Kendall. Thank you. Your mom too. Your mom is amazing.
Oh, thank you. And the fact that you are concerned about being a good enough mom and think that you're not a good enough mom shows that you care about your child and you want to be the best you can be for your kids. So I think
that's true.
That really shows something.
Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you. I agree.
Yes. Okay, so what was your profession and how did you choose it?
As I told you, I went to marketing school. I chose because my mom said I was very creative. And I said, okay, if you think I'm creative, I'm going to go start marketing. But deep in my soul, I wanted to be a lawyer or an architect. Like 3 completely different things.
Wow.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's really interesting. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So, if you could have had any other profession, what would it have been? Why wasn't it your first choice? So, you already said, like, you thought about being a lawyer or an architect. Yeah. But why wasn't it your first choice, or why didn't you choose that?
I don't know. I think I was very young. I didn't know much of that professions, and I don't know. I think I just didn't have enough information regardless. But although I don't regret it, starting marketing, because if I want to have any business, I can use marketing degree to help me. But I also started studying interior design, which is kind of related to architect. So I think I still have a dream. Maybe one day.
Yeah. So it seems like you chose marketing because you know, like, there's a lot of opportunities that can stem from it.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. But that's a good mindset. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so of all the things you have learned from your parents, which do you feel was the most valuable?
I think the most valuable for sure was they taught us how to have faith in God. I think that thing it's one thing that I wish every parent taught their kids, because when you have a hard time in life and you have no one else to cry for help, God is there for you. And especially now that I don't have my mom anymore, it's like I'm so grateful that I have God in my life, and He can help me in my hard moments. So, and I don't say this just as a Christian. If you have another belief, I think parents need to teach kids, believe in something. There's something bigger than you in this world. And I think that's the thing I'm so grateful for my parents, because I have friends that the parents didn't teach them anything related to religion or to a superior being. And when they have a hard time, they say, "Hey, Aline, can you pray for me? I'm having these difficult moments in my life, and I don't know what to do. I don't believe in anything. I don't think I can have any help." And I felt so sorry for my friend, because I said, "Oh my gosh, I wish you could believe in something that give you comfort to you, that you're not alone in this world." So I think this is something that I'm so grateful, and I'm teaching my daughter, and I hope she teaches her kids, and yeah, that's the thing which I'll take for the rest of my life. Have faith in God.
That's a really good lesson. Have faith in something you can lean on. Teach your kids something that even when they're not there, they can lean on for support and
exactly
pull strength from. That's a really good, valuable lesson. Wow, that's really interesting. Oh wow, that's really interesting. I love that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so have any recipes been passed down to you from family members?
Yes, my grandma, she cooks so good. So good. She tried to teach me a few things that I'm still trying to learn. But yes, I have some Brazilian dishes that she taught me to do, and now I'm doing good. Some I still cannot make it the same way she does. But yeah, I have a few recipes that my grandma taught me. My mom wasn't a very good cooker. She worked so much, and but she had some dishes that she did very great. But I didn't have the recipes. That's sad.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. You should definitely show us some of those recipes and cook some of that food when we come over next time. I would love to try your grandma's cooking.
Okay.
Okay, so when and how did you meet your spouse? What did you do on dates?
We met in college can he answer that? No, I don't remember the dates exactly. But we met in college. I don't remember the year, but I think we are together for 24 years now. When it's our date anniversary, we don't do much special, but when it's our wedding anniversary, that it's April, it's coming on. It's April 27th.
Oh.
Yeah, we always go out on a date to have dinner or celebrate. Sometimes we celebrate as a family. We involve Julia in the celebration because we say, "Julia, you are the fruit of this marriage, so you are welcome to celebrate with us."
Aww.
So yeah, usually we involve her. Yeah, we always all go out on a date, or I cook something that they like.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. I love that you incorporate Julia into your guys' dates and stuff like that. That's really sweet.
Yeah, I do, because we are such a small family, and I want her to see how her dad treats me, how she needs to be treated when she grows up. I want her to know like, okay, my parents did that for their wedding anniversary. So I want her to know what it's be treated well.
Oh,
that's why we involve her.
That's a really good lesson and thing to show and demonstrate too, especially to show like, hey, this is how marriages and relationships should be handled and how they should go. Yeah, make sure.
And not that we are perfect, right? Not that we are perfect. We do mistakes, but I want her to see, oh, they had this special moment. They love each other. I want her to grow up knowing that there is health relationships. Their mom loved their dad loved their mom and her mom, and yeah, I want her to know how. Oh, yeah. I'm just bubbling now, but
no, that's really, really valuable and important for a kid to learn. That's a really important lesson, and that's important that it's demonstrated within the household so they can see what it looks like and how and
don't accept less, right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't accept less. Exactly. So that's a really good lesson. That's a really valuable lesson. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, so this one, do you speak any other languages?
I speak Portuguese, very bad English, as you can say.
No! Oh my gosh, you speak amazing English.
Thank you. I have to get better, but yes, I could just speak English because I can have a conversation. I have this conversation with you. And I'm also learning to speak Spanish because it's very similar to Portuguese. It's not the same, very similar. So my friend from Spain, she's teaching me Spanish. So,
oh my gosh, yeah. 3 languages you're learning.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 3, but let's say 2.5.
2.5. Still, to know 2 languages is really good. It takes a very smart person to learn another language. I promise you that.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah,
especially when you're learning when you're older. It's getting harder and harder, but I won't give up.
Yes, you can do it. I know you can. You're very smart. Okay, so do you know when or how your family got to America?
Yes. We came in 2018. So in September, we're going to be 6 years now here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So,
and how? Do you mean how? Do you mean why? Or?
Yeah, like why did you come to America and how'd you get to America? How'd you come to be where you are?
So, first time we came here was 2010. We came on a vacation. And I was just in love with this country. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so different from Brazil. Brazil is beautiful too, don't get me wrong, but I was impressed by everything. I like it. And I say, okay, Luis, I want to move here one day. But we wanted to come legal. So he said, okay, if I ever find an opportunity here, we can come. And it took us 8 years to reach this dream. 8 years later, we were here. Like, he got an offer from his company to be relocated here. And we said, okay, it's our dream. Let's go. So I quit my job and we moved to US. Like, very crazy, with no family, barely speaking the language. Me, Luis already spoke, but it was a crazy idea we had. But yeah, it was a dream, and we feel very blessed of being here.
Wow.
And we can, yeah, I like it, yeah.
Continue. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I think I was trying to answer the next question. I thought it was this one, because I think the next question is, what country did you came from?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, I told you before. Yeah, we came from Brazil.
Yeah, that's really cool that you've only been here for 6 years, which is a good amount of time, but I've met people who have been here for like 15, 20 years, and you do speak like very good English for being here for only 6 years. Like,
you are so sweet.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're very smart, and you've picked up on English very, very quickly. I can promise you that. So
yeah, when I came here, I didn't have any English, so we met with Louis' friends, and they were always chatting, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so boring, and I have no idea what they're talking about. And like, you feel stupid because you just cannot have a conversation.
Yeah. Oh,
so
that has to be rough, because communication is very important, and feeling like you can't communicate because there's a language barrier, that has to be hard. Like,
adapting. It was very hard, especially because I was far from my family, far from my friends. I had no friends from work anymore. Like, I was alone with I was alone with a language I don't speak. So I said, okay, let's learn this language. So I started studying English every day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday, 1 year. And then in conversations, I start understanding, but I could not reply back. But at least it was better. I say, oh, now I know what they're talking about. Speak a little slower so I can understand. And suddenly I was able to reply back, and not suddenly, it took a while, but if you don't give up, you just learn. And now I'm working on my accent. I'm watching some videos about accent reduction because I want to speak better English. So I'm still learning after 6 years. English is hard.
But you are doing a very good job at it. You picked up very quickly, and that's really cool that you've been able to learn English and are trying to learn Spanish too. So
I know.
Being bilingual is amazing enough, but trilingual is even more impressive.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm trilingual. Not yet. One day I'll be.
Yes, you got this. Okay, so this is the last question. The last question is, what is the one thing you most want people to remember about you?
I think I want to be remembered by someone that was kind and was always ready to help others. Like, if someone is needing my help and I cannot help, I will help anyway. And I've done this all my life. Sometimes I have a lot of things, but someone learn how to say no. I'm like, no, this is not for me. If someone is needing my help, I will help. So, yeah, I think that's the thing. I don't want people needing help and that I'm not able to help them. I want to be able to help as much people as I can.
That's a very good quality to be remembered by.
Sorry, my battery died. Are you listening to me? Are you listening?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. My iPods got down, but I'm back.
Oh, okay. But yeah, being kind and being willing to help people, that's a very important qualities to have and to be remembered by. That's really amazing.
Yeah, and I don't even say that I wanted to be remembered by that. I don't want to, but I don't even care, but I want people to know that they can count on me.
That's who you want to be, not necessarily remembered by, but that's like who you want to be as a person.
Exactly.
That's amazing, and that's an amazing mindset. Very selfless mindset to have.
Yeah,
so that's really great.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so that it was the last question. Thank you so much
That was so
for
much fun.
answering this. I've learned so much about you. You are so amazing. I really enjoyed hearing about your story and your values and like traditions and your past. That's and I think all your values and who you are, you're amazing. You're so sweet.
Oh,
and
thank you.
I'm so glad that you were the one I got to interview.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Actually, you made me think about my childhood. It was very special to me because sometimes we just don't have time to stop and think about that. And when we make these questions, I'm like, oh, wait, what I used to play? I don't remember. What was that? So long time ago. So I love it. I have to think about that. Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this.